Moselle for the Wichita Public Library. I'm here to give you 4 recommendations on ReadICT Category 5, middle grade or young adult novel. My first pick for you is Snapdragon. It's a middle grade graphic novel with a lightly spooky theme and some depictions of taxidermy, FYI. So Snapdragon is about a girl named Snap who goes to confront the witch in the woods. But is the witch in the woods actually a witch, or is she just an old lady with some really weird hobbies? The graphic novel will tell you more. It kind of takes you through a year in Snap's life as she kind of comes into her own and discovers more about who she is and what she wants to do in the world, and acquires a bunch of quirky friends along the way. So the reason I love this one is just because it's bright and colorful, and even though it's a little spooky, the main characters absolutely are fierce advocates for themselves, and it's beautiful and I love it. If you like Lumberjanes or Nimona by Noelle Stevenson, it's got that vibe. My second pick for you is Raybearer. So Raybearer is set in an immersive fantasy world inspired by African mythology, and it's got a really cool map. So it's a multicultural empire that has had some growing pains over putting everybody together. So there's a tiny bit of the political, but mostly the story is about Tarisai, who was raised in isolation so that she could be educated to join the Prince's Council. And the Prince's Council is made up of people from different nations within that big empire, and it's this huge honor to be chosen for it. But Tarisai is kind of a plant. Her mother has bound her with a magical command to kill the prince, and she really doesn't want to do that. So it's the story of her defiance of destiny and kind of chosen family, what it means to rebel against fate. It's really, really good and very hopeful. So if you love an immersive fantasy with really cool world building and very personable characters, Raybearer is the fantasy book for you. My third pick is Iron Widow by Jiren Zhezhao. If you love anime, this is your novel. It's kind of a mecha anime in book form, but it's also a revenge story, a romance story, a rebellion story. They literally smash the patriarchy, and I can't say enough good things about this book. If you love action, if you love The Hunger Games or Red Rising, it's a book that's in that vibe, but the protagonist is amazing. And if you have ever been full of rage, you will relate to this character. My last pick is Sabriel by Garth Nix. This one has been out for a while, so it's actually a completed series. It's kind of got a very atmospheric fantasy feel with shades of horror and gore. So when the dead rise, the Abhorsen can make them lay down, go back to being dead again with the use of their magic bells and these symbol magic, which they call charter magic in the books. Kind of the premise is Sabriel has been raised outside a lot of this because she's been kept in a low magic country for her own protection, but her father is in trouble, so she has to cross the wall and go into the old kingdom where the death are roaming and figure out how to save her father and kind of how to come into her own as the new Abhorsen. It's a fantastic, beautiful series. It reads like you're reading a movie. Highly recommend it. If you've already happened to read the series, I would recommend the prequel just came out. Terciel and Eleanor is the story of Sabriel's parents and how they came to that iconic prologue chapter that's in the prologue of this one. So it's absolutely beautiful and spooky, and if you haven't run into the series before, don't miss out. Those are my 4 choices for Category 5, middle grade, and YA novels. If you need more recommendations, talk to your staff at the Wichita Public Library. Happy reading!